Gaffer, our first away win of the season on Tuesday night. I'm sure you're pleased that we could get the result there in the end.
Yeah, I think having watched the game back yesterday, it was a decent performance. I think there's no getting around that. We were actually a bit better with the ball than I thought we were. On reflection, it was just the final pass, the final little bit that let us down on a number of occasions to get in. But they were trying the right thing, which is the pleasing thing. And then out of possession, we were better than what I thought we were. You know, there's a header from a corner that's actually offside when he's headed it and it gets given offside. There's a disallowed goal that is actually offside, and credit to the assistant referees for spotting both them. And then there's a long range shot. After that, I think they've had 2 shots from inside the box that have sort of fallen to them through the incessant nature of their balls into the box, if you like, from anywhere, which we could do a little bit better with. But we've actually limited them to very little. And I thought it was a deserved victory. When you watch it back and you see it again, it was a proper performance. And yeah, first win, like you say, tough place to go, a decent team. They'll be right up there. Make no bones about it. They'll be up there this year. And a terrific away following to boot as well. So all in all, a good night's work.
And important that we're still unbeaten this season. It's actually our best start to a season in 35 years. I'm not sure if you knew that, but it's a very good start.
I didn't know that. Yeah, look, if you're unbeaten after 4 games, is it? 4 games, isn't it? You know, you probably had an half decent start. So, it's 4 games. It's not a big enough sample size to get carried away or cast aspersions or make any confident predictions. You'd much rather be unbeaten after 4 games having a decent start than not, but there's a long way to go. Like I say, 4 games is no sample size. If you asked any data company or scientists, 46 times 90, and you're trying to make predictions after 450 minutes or less than that, 360 minutes, you're not going to make reliable predictions, that's for sure. So we're just going to keep going, build on the good start that we've had after very few games and see where we get to.
And it really seems from the outside looking in that the squad are at a nice stage now, all gelling and going together, and the new lads settling in nicely.
Yeah, we work hard to get what we want out of them, the staff and the players do, obviously. It's helped. We've had a core group of players with us now for 12 months that have understood over the course of last season and the development of how we want to play over the course of last season, that have helped integrate players quicker because they show the other players what's required, as well as rather than just me telling them like last pre-season. Peer-to-peer learning is the most powerful learning, the quickest learning. So that's helped massively. But that's because the players who were here last year picked up what we were trying to do, and you can see that the players that have come in have picked up what we're trying to do. There's a long way to go. I spoke to the lads this morning about things to help us, and we'll continue to work hard on the training pitch to get more into us.
And I'd like to do a special mention as well to Harvey Rogers. He's been there for quite a while now, and he's made his 100th appearance last weekend, playing in that more advanced role. He's looking really good, isn't he? I'm sure you're very pleased for him.
Yeah, first of all, Harvey's a great bloke. He's laid back, down to earth, works hard, trains properly every day, sets a standard in training every day. And to play 100 games at any football club is a decent achievement. We're trying to get the best out of him in terms of his attributes. He's got even more to come. His mindset is growing, which is really helping him and helping us. He's already scored this year, a terrific goal at Harrogate, and he'll continue to create and hopefully score more goals because of how he's progressing and how he's opening his mind up to be a better player than just a lower league defender, if you like. So, it's great to him how his performances have improved and what he's getting out of himself, and yeah, there's still more to come.
And now we turn our attentions to Harvey's former club, Accrington. We've had mixed fortunes against them last season, obviously with a good result at home, and then it was a bit of a difficult afternoon, wasn't it, away? What do you expect from them this time around?
I think they're a good team. Me and Sean went to watch them when they played Oldham in the preliminary round of the League Cup, and they deserve to beat Oldham. They've got some sprinklings of quality, without a shadow of doubt. What you expect from an Accrington team. They work hard, they're well organised, they make it difficult for you. And like I say, if you don't punish them when you get opportunities to punish them, they will do the same back. They'll keep going. They're dogmatic at times, and you've got to find a way. I know that in the home game we blitzed them in one half of football, and then away we never felt like we were going to lose until we actually did. That was the feedback from the lads. I'll never forget their feedback. On the Monday morning saying we can't believe we've lost that. We never felt we were going to lose it. And it's one thing that stuck with me. But that's what you've got to be mindful of when you play any Accrington team. John set them up well. John and Jed are good people, good football people. So we'll know what we are and what they're coming up against, and we've got to make sure that we've got the answers to when they're asking us questions, and we've got to ask them the questions that they don't want us asking. So tough game. It's never an easy place to go. It's generally a nice pitch, quite tight, a bit of a slope. I'm sure we'll be backed by a terrific following we were last year in that storm. And yeah, we're looking forward to another good afternoon.
And how their season's been played out so far, they've obviously had quite a lot of success in the Carabao Cup, but they actually haven't picked up a win in the league yet, so I'm sure that's going to make them even more hungry to put in a good performance against us, isn't it?
Yeah, look, they beat Oldham and Peterborough. It shows that they're no mugs. They've just beat a promoted side whose tails are always up. The promoted teams always do well in League Two, and like I said, they've beaten a League One team. So regardless of the other results, Salford are going to be up there, Crewe are going to be up there. They've not lost to teams that you'd expect them to beat. They've lost to decent teams, and also beaten decent teams in the cup. So we can easily look into things and see things that we want to see. We've got to make sure we play our game, and if we play our game as we saw on Tuesday night, we will give anyone a game, and that's what we've got to make sure we do on Saturday.
And like you rightly say, we are going to be backed by a packed away end, and they can be so important to helping us get results anywhere we go.
Of course, they were important on Tuesday night. They'll be important on Saturday. They'll be important next week against Bristol. They always are. The atmosphere at home now and away has been magnificent all season, and we've got to make sure that optimism that I think the fans are feeling is carried on and continued until next May.
Fantastic. Thank you, David.